Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another installment of Encore Overwatch League. This is your host Ariel. Alongside me, returning for the first time in a long time, I have the incomparable Alex. My friend, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. I'm excited to be back, A lot of stuff happened, and I'm back ready to do some casting, ready to see some Overwatch.
Same, and tonight we have some Division 1 action for you between USF Gold and Lijiang Legion. For a quick reminder, our Division 1 teams fall between 3,500 and 4K for their overall average of their top 6 players. So hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more spice with some of these higher skilled players. Always very nice to get to see the upper range, of players. So
yeah, and with Overwatch League not going, waiting for Overwatch 2, contenders not going, and all that stuff, there's not really much high-level Overwatch you get to see very often anymore. We've been kind of in a content drought. Our Overwatch players are thirsty. We're trying to give them what they want,
Yeah, give them the juice.
Give
so
them the juice.
Yeah, we're the warm-up act for when the league starts next month.
Yeah, the league actually personally contacted me. This is not true, by the way. Saying like we're doing a great job. They're like, thank you for holding
Thumbs
our
up.
place for us.
So let's take a quick look at the map set here. Gonna start off with Lijiang Tower, followed by Rialto and Blizzard World at the very minimum. If we do have to go further, we'll have Oasis, Junkertown, and Busan if both of these teams are really fighting it out. So that will be our map set. Again, this is a static map set, so this is just the Week 1 map set that both Division 1 and Division 2 teams will be following. So it'll be very interesting to see. Alex, and I want to know your thoughts on this, from a player's perspective. A lot of tournaments will make it so that the loser picks next map, and it kind of leads to this potential chess match. But as a player, when you have these set map pools, does that change your approach to the game any?
I feel like, yeah, with scrimming and like practicing for this, like with the loser pick kind of thing, there's almost this sense of randomness. Like you'll never know because these teams don't really have much scouting on each other. We're not. Especially in week 1, you're not going to see much, scouting or any of that. So having like a set map pool and all that stuff, you're going to actually see higher quality content on these specific maps because this is what they're practicing. This is what they're drilling to get ready for this tournament.
Yeah, it's always good to be able to see teams and prep. Because this map list was decided, I think, before registration even started, so they'll have plenty of time to kind of prepare for what's being thrown at them. And then as we roll into next week, the replay codes will be available for all of these teams to pour through. So, as they look up to their matchups in the upcoming weeks, they'll have plenty of time to prepare, which always leads to better outcomes. So they'll be able to know what maps to play on. They'll also be able to try to prep for what their their opponents rather, are going to throw at them.
Yeah, and as someone who's done a lot of scrimming, and I've done my fair share of doing this aspect of things, Lijiang is where everybody starts. This is how you start. This is like the most practiced map of any team. So if we're going to see the most perfect play, the most pristine play, it's going to be on Lijiang Tower.
And yeah, you got to think that Lijiang Legion's favored here, right? Just from the
Oh,
name.
yeah. If they don't win, we're, as of like viewers and casters, we're going to be kind of disappointed because like if you don't win Lijiang, if you win or lose any other maps, it's going to be like, whatever. But like if you lose Lijiang Tower when your team is Lijiang Legion, I don't know what. I'm sorry.
USF Gold on your left, the Blue Squad, and Lijiang Legion, if I can speak, on your right, in red.
I think we're gonna go into the mirror here. We're gonna do the Rhine Sim Junk meta. This is going to be.
Oh, pause meta.
Whoa, this is the pause game. This is pause for watch. This is actually the update they added.
It's a
where,
leftover
we
from
stayed-
9 days ago, you know, the April Fool's patch.
Oh yeah. It was it's a lot of fun to watch Pause or Watch because it just gives us more time to talk, you know? Get to know these guys, have a little bit of back and forth before the match starts.
Yeah, and for the viewers, you get to be nice up and close to Potato Lord's point of view
Yeah,
here.
you get a little bit more time to like analyze the comps that they're running. The only difference is that our good friend Kinto has not loaded in yet. So I'm pretty sure they would be still loading in as a Lucio based on the comps that they're running. So we're out of the
we were out of the pause.
Woo! We were almost out of the pause for about a second. But with these online tournaments, there's bound to be a couple bumps, bruises, crashes,
burns,
and all of the above.
You know.
Yeah.
Just
but Ash isn't right here. We ain't gonna get much burns. But but what do you think about these two comps? How do you think the one team's going to skew their way into the other? You think like they're gonna both hard fight for White Room, or do you have other ideas?
When you're running that J Silly, you're obviously going to want to try to catch the opposing team as they're coming in that kind of stairwell to White Room. And really, a lot of these fights tend to turn out to be who is able to land more effective mines and generate that tire first, and also just kind of spam out the tanks as you both kind of rush in and jockey for positional advantage and just for overall ultimate advantage. So I think definitely the meta is to try to feed your Junkrat here and distract their Rhine so that they can't fire strike the tire.
Yeah, it's all about the Rhine just being able to hold space. The tank's job in this comp is literally just to hold space. You're not taking it, you're not giving it. If the longer you guys are in that room and the longer that they're not in that room, the more at advantage you'll be with this comp. Like if you have the junk and you're able to take White Room, it is just going to be easy fight from there on out.
Dub season.
Oh,
it looks like Saki teasing us with the
It looks like no, they're going to switch. They're not going to bean boozle us like this.
I mean, of course they wouldn't. Why would they ever do such a thing?
Yeah, like
they switch
pull
off
out the
now.
Bastion.
Oh no.
I think that'd be great if they pulled out the Bastion, but it's not going to happen, and we're starting. Let's go. As we predicted, they are taking the White Room. Both Sig's shields immediately dead, but it looks like Derek is able to hold the space a lot better. But they're still getting forced back. The point control is in the side of Lijiang.
Sky had gone so low there. I thought they were going to press in, but Commander Hui coming in with 2. Just as I say that.
Yeah, like, they were able to give up space and then retake in such a quick and fast fashion that they were able to catch Lijiang Legion off guard and be able to roll right back in through that choke.
See, this is why I'm a gold pleb. Just hold W, But they decided, let their abilities come back up. Get yourself to be in a better advantage, and now you're here at this chokehold with this window, just absolutely killing time. Lijiang Legion cannot press into this.
With all that time they gained, but Litcat is about to have the window of its own, being able to take that space, place down the window, is able to take that, immediately killing Saki with an orb. They're able to take so much space and maybe just a fight win off of one ult, which would be great for momentum. But Fives dies to a swing around the corner, and then the tire comes in, and it looks like our boys USF Gold is going to win this fight. As I say that, there is 3 different fights happening. What is it? Bebop is in their front line fighting them by himself.
I was about to say, very efficient fight. Really, after the window was down, you only had to use that tire, but Bebop popping that gravitic flux.
It was to establish dominance. He wants to establish he is the better player early.
Of course. Gotta
play the
get
mental game.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, oh, the tire not able to make it. It's just taking forever.
Massive flux from Shadow Fleet. I don't know if they're going to be able to come back. A window comes in. Lit Cat gets one. The shields are going down. Massive shatter from both sides. Skies did not connect, but they're able to get way more point control out of it. Sky and Lijiang Legion are finally able to capture the point. They did have to make a massive ultimate investment, but actually both teams. Commander Hui is the only player that's going to be having an ultimate unless somebody pops off this time.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, a massive investment, but really you drained a lot out of USF Gold as well. So really, not too much of a lose-lose here.
But Argo just getting picks like that left and right, ultimates aren't going to even be needed this fight. They're backing up and it's just a free fight. And now they're even on tire percentage. Even Argo and Commander Hui are going to be even on tire percentage, even though he was 30 below at the beginning of that fight. Commander Hui using the tire, he's going to go in. A window's being used to create space. The tire killing the sim, but the Argo using his tire to create space. He's jumping. It could get one. It gets one. We're even on the fight, but I would personally say the Sig is more important than the sim in these points. The Sigma ult catching 3, doing lots of damage. I think there's no way this fight gets turned back into the favor of USF Gold.
Yeah, just too much damage there. Shadows, Thieves, Gravitic Flux holding everybody in that kind of narrow hallway. The rest of the team able to just continuing to fire until kills came through.
The ultimate advantage on the side of Lijiang is massive right now. The Shatter comes in. 2 ults for the side of Lijiang. Oh, this is going to be a mass. This is going to be last fight.
Yeah, if you got anything, you should use it now.
Yeah. There's going to be a Rhine 1v1 in White Room. That window is doing a lot of damage. They need to pick a direction and go. They just seem to be holding the area right now, letting them push in.
Things getting bullied a little bit here, but Sport's able to keep them up. They're able to recover, and now it's just a massive brawl on the point. Though Sky extends a little too far.
This tire could be massive. This Flux winning the fight. Oh, it is so close. Oh, it's 3v2. If they're able to keep Shadow Thief alive, he could be able to output enough damage for Sky to come back. Sky comes back, doing a lot of damage on the Rhine. The Shatter coming in onto the ball. If he's able to kill the ball, this fight is extremely winnable. And the tires coming in from Argo. He's going to wrap around and try and kill the supports. Big tire. All the squishies are 1 HP. We're going to see if, Lijiang is able to clutch this. The ults are coming in. Beat from USF and Window. Oh, I don't know where this is going. This is a hectic fight. Where is everything going? The main tank's back with both supports, so this could be flippable for, for Lijiang. As long as Sky stays alive, and USF flips it.
Oh, Shadow Thief.
And then an unfortunate trap onto Shadow Thief. I believe, unless Argo's able to get a 6-man, this point is all but over. But the beats coming in for 5s.
This is definitely doable if they can catch out Dirk.
Isolate Derek?
And the fight continues onwards. That kill on the Lit Cat is going to play large as the healing is going to be denied and the rest of the kills will come through. And just as it looked like for a second when Dirk the Turk went down, looks like Lijiang was going to be able to somehow flip it back, but none such luck.
Yeah, at the beginning of the map, we thought it was going to be like a hard roll in USF's favor, but the 0 to 99 flip made the match way closer.
Just got to getting warmed up, after that initial, shock of losing the first battle. Just took him a bit, but got back rolling, pulled it even, but could not quite finish it off.
5.
Ooh, on this map, we're gonna be seeing the double 6-man, or otherwise known as Zombie Comp. because all of these characters don't know how to die properly. So let's see how this works. Lijiang being the first to engage, going hard into the gazebo area. They're holding the mega space, which is a really good focal point to hold your team, and they're just waiting for an opportunity to push in. Farming Coalescence, getting ready to do a hard engage onto their backline, or something diveable. Waiting for a cooldown to come out or something. And it seems like they're going to give up point control for the sake of the winning the fight. But Commander just obliterating Sky with his 2 Hellfire shotguns. And the Coalescence is in USF's favor. This fight, there's down a main tank. They have a Coalescence up, but Lijiang is still in this fight. At this point, should they still be committing?
Multiple ultimates coming out. Lijiang Legion actually somehow turning this around. Five's getting a couple of environmental kills.
Honestly, Lijiang's in their name. Like, why did we ever doubt them? That was,
it was very, of course, very silly of us.
Yeah, that was a absolute. They lost their main tank at the very beginning and were in Coalescence disadvantage, and still somehow won that fight. But the massive EMP from Saki and the Blossom, and that's just that is just a fight lost. GR go net. Just move on. Use ults next fight. Good luck.
Yeah, very clinical. Had a really good game plan. Did USF gold. 2 ultimates. Just boom boom. Done. Very easy. But now Lijiang will have a slight advantage coming into this next fight. Though if Jin can build up that Coalescence, that will go quite a long way.
The double bomb engage and the TP into the backline. But Bebop getting a boop onto Litcat?
Like,
you don't really see a boop that often.
Yeah, I think it might have happened with the actual bombing mech that was like going through. I saw Litcat go off the edge there from the bridge, and that will pretty much cut Lijiang Legion's attack at the knees. They're gonna have to refocus and try again.
Honestly, a great investment from USF. What is it? Only using tank ults to be able to win that fight when they had Blossom and both tank ults. But Dirk going in a little too hard. He went in and just Argo just 2-tapped him. Argo finding 2 kills in this fight, so.
Yeah, looks like it's just cleanup now here for the rest of Lijiang Legion. That overextension kind of cost them.
Yeah, it kind of hurt them in the long run. It kind of hurts your head when Reaper's in close range on a monkey. It's just nice and juicy for you.
Now the stall game coming out here. Just everybody slowly trickling 1-on-1.
They're going to try and get it to 99.
With some
this
waiting,
is actually
gets
a
in the
great
window.
stall. If Dirk could actually get Primal here, and then the Lucio comes in, and they were able to get an extra 23% on that one.
And this point is so notorious for that. I've been on the receiving end on both sides of stalling and being stalled. It could be very demoralizing. Just somehow, some way, they keep, trickling onto the point.
Yep, the EMP Blossom trick. Let's see if it works as well this time. It seems like, what is it? Lijiang was a lot more prepared, but 5 with the 3K boop?
Lucio God amongst us. Apparently, it's I think the second time gotten a pretty big boop.
Putting F God and Lijiang Gong in a different tier below him in this game.
Undoubtedly.
The Lucio diff is here.
Speaking of just Lucio play in general, both Fives and Kinto did a great job of avoiding the EMPs that were traded out last round, or last fight.
But due to that that 3-man boop, he's already 60 to his next beat because of that. Whereas Kinto's only at 11, and they use it roughly at the same time.
Yeah, not that much of a difference. But really, it's not going to matter too much here. Well, it might. if Fives is able to get it up. It looks like it's coming out right now, though. They do get hacked up, so priority keeping them alive for the time being.
But USF has been pretty good at stalling. Let's see if they're able to stall this to a winnable fight, which does not seem likely right about now. Kinto's the only one alive, and it was a short life. And now we're 1-1.
All right,
this is a
take map for this next round. That's about as close as you can get it, I think, both rounds.
Oh yeah, they were 99 to 9. That last one was 99 to like 91-ish. I'm not 100% sure, but still, it was close. And now this is the decider. And actually, this is the first time we're going to see a difference in comps, like different choice. I lied. That was me assuming things, which that's not really good. And now one's going to be playing the Korean, one's playing the Reaper. Let's see how this difference actually comes into play here.
Actually, looks like Commander Hui switching over to Mei. They just cannot make up their minds, apparently. And as always, Symmetra TP up to the top there, and then both teams get to have a little bit of a heyday on the point, a little fracas.
But with the overall damage that the Kree can do versus the Mei is making it so much easier for them to be able to put poke on the Rhine and just overall damage output.
A huge pin by Sky there in that fight, able to take out Dirk the Turk, helping their team really win that point. Really big plays like that. It's always very risky going for that pin, but if you can land it, Sim TP.
There's a massive TP from our Lord and Savior Potato Lord to be able to TP halfway across the point. Massive flashbang, but Dirk is going to be coming onto the Shatter. Sky playing incredibly risky, pinning in and trying to go for the Shatter. Didn't quite work out. Dirk is going to be coming in with the Shatter, but he dies before he can use it. That is incredibly sad.
That's a main take moment right there.
Yeah, that's a main take.
They turned the corner and just lost their health instantly. It's just so bad. It's
a hard knock life for the main tank players.
No kidding. No kidding. Now Argo here with this Cassidy ult. It's Dead-eyeing.
To be able to win this fight, I think they're either going to have to go in first. Dirk's going to have to land a massive Shatter here or a massive freeze. But a lot of ults getting Sky being able to find Saki early. The Shatter connecting onto 2. Honestly, I am lost. So much is happening right now.
All the ultimates, all of them. More!
We can bring back the token phrase from Season 1. I believe that to be a Q-Fest. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ultimates used that fight.
Some Shatters, some Blizzards, some bombs. A little bit of everything there.
All over the place, but Argo switching off to the Kree to the Doomfist. I'm going to foresee a lot faster play. They're going to have to basically int to be able... And then Argo goes in. The window comes out. The wall comes out. Five seeing a great boop opportunity. Gets the Mei. Five's out here just proving why he is number 5. I don't know what I meant by that, but like, he's proven it.
Gotta be good something for something. That's how many environmental kills
more than
per round
5.
of this map that he's aiming for.
The USF actually made a very interesting switch for the last fight, switching to the Pharmacy Orisa Ball.
A little bit of...
Let's see how this is going to work. The ball's gonna come in. Sky just no fear, pins into their entire team and is able to succeed off of that. Incredible, like, game sense just to know that no one there could punish him. And is it really a surprise?
I mean, we all knew it was gonna happen. We should not have spoke any sort of dissent earlier with fives here with the play of the map. Oh, we get to see it up close and personal.
And they were beaten too. Like it was, he did so much damage to their overall HP at that point. He did kind of steal a lot of kills from his friend Reaper because he was blossoming. But, you have to get in the kill feed sometimes, Lucio.
You gotta remind those DPS that you can come and take their spot any time of day, Keep them on their toes. Keep them performing.
Made it just go like, hey, made the DPS almost look cosmetic.
But hopefully that map is a good indicator of what we're going to see here. Lijiang Legion will take that first one, but that was relatively close from both sides.
Yeah, I think the only reason USF lost that last point was the gross, overuse of ults on that one fight.
Yeah, pretty much committing everything they had, and then I think they lost the next fight after that.
Immediately afterwards, they used freeze, bomb, shatter. They used the whole thing, and still only got 30% off of it. And then their ultimate economy was just in the gutter. And when it's that far in the gutter, you might as well just move and dig a new hole by going into a new comp.
Pretty much, and that's exactly what they did. Yeah, tried for the Orisa, and whoop, almost left the game there. That would have been bad. No more, no more spectating.
That would have been real unfortunate.
But anyway, going for the Orisa ball with the Far Mercy, maybe trying to get some burst damage with a pole and a ball. Slam, and then maybe also just the Pharah kind of poking in from those angles. But unfortunately, that really did not work out. As Lijiang, they just kind of held W in a direction and absolutely obliterated anybody who was walking on the ground. It was kind of like a 64 at that point.
Whoever made the call to push the core of the Orisa, immediately, they didn't know that they were running it quite yet. They might have pressed tab, they might have looked into it, but, they immediately knew the resolution to how to beat that comp. They're let's focus the core. They have no counter to what they were running at that point. And it was way too late in the match for them to play slow and poke, that's what they wanted to play. That's the style that comp runs. And they just weren't able to do it since it was already at 99. Somebody needed to touch, and it was an excellent call from the side of Lijiang to push them hard there, because they were at hard advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wait? And that's definitely, as you see these higher elo teams, the decisiveness generally comes a lot more quickly to these teams. They're able to identify win cons and just very quickly execute on their game plans, and it's always really fun to see. Something one of the many, I should say, disparities, but we also see the ultimate planning that goes into each fight from both sides, and we also see the supports countering. Both Lucio's last round were doing a really good job of keeping their team alive, using ultimates in good positions. And it just ultimately leads to just the small mistakes end up being the deciding factors.
Yeah. Both main supports that game showed, hey, we can make impact. Because a lot of people say main support is a fairly, one, minded role, You just kind of, Lucio just kind of exists. Mercy just kind of pockets. But then there's that, the game sense aspect of it, of knowing when to go for the aggro plays and be able to be that bloodthirsty support that all supports want to be. They don't want to pocket you. Mercies want to pull out the gat and blow the Pharah out of the air. It's just a fact. It's knowing when you can do that is the game winners.
Double sniper so far here from Lijiang.
Oh, we got the double of the McDouble comp, which the double sniper, double shield. This is an old school comp. I haven't seen this in a year. See if they're able to pull it off on this map. Shadow Thief just gets the high ground for free. But, oh, what is it? USF is just able to walk on the Orisa.
Yep, and once
Shadow
again,
got the high ground for free, but USF just said, I don't care about the high ground, and ignored them and went for the Orisa.
yeah, being a little bulky there, they're just able, as soon as they started kind of getting near that choke point, just said, we really don't care about you snipers, we're not too worried about them right now. We want to make you prove to us that you can get those really quick picks. Otherwise, we're just going to continue barraging your tank line.
A great headshot onto the Mei, but let's see if it's able to turn into a fight when the USF is getting a lot of space with a window. Potato Lord with 2 in this fight, but he's incredibly low, getting pressured by the Diva, and with one of your snipers down and a window up, great fire strike, getting the mercy of all people. I don't think this fight is turnable anymore, no matter how many Potatoes are able to get 2, but Shadow is flanking. The tanks are able to regroup, and since their spawn's right there, this fight is now turnable for the side of Lijiang.
The Mei wall blocking them in, they're going to follow up. Shatter coming out, will find the Batiste, but the Lamp's going to keep them up, but not for too much longer.
Yeah,
just holding Lord, W and M1.
Potato Lord with an incredible dragon in the backline, and Arco's flanking as the Widow? Honestly, everyone's everywhere. It's hard to focus on a single point right now and see who's winning what. These fights are so close, and there's just so many 1v1s happening that, like, I think that is just strongly advantage of Double Shield, since a lot of their characters are incredibly self-sustained.
Now, Lijiang going to continue to press the issue here with Sky's Bongo behind them, powering them up. And so now USF Gold going to, yeah, looks like they're going to try to get on this point here, contest it last second with the beat from Kinto.
The Widow actually switched to Echo here, which is going to be a really big damage, like, upgrade, you know? Like, there's going to be a lot more shield damage onto Derek, and how did Sky die?
Doesn't matter because Fives gets the res in the midst of chaos.
The Fives sacrificing himself for Sky, basically, and they're able just to walk on the tanks, and that is just an overall fight win for USF.
USF able to bend but not break, and this map Rialto can be so hard for offenses. There's so many points where you can get stuck, and so now you got to fight all the way through this courtyard just to be able to get to the point, and you know, then you still have 2 more points to go after that.
Yeah, there's an incredible advantage, but this Flux could be able to turn it if they're able to find the picks and get the ammo. Oh, that ammo lasted a little too long for them to get the picks onto the tanks, but now that the Double Shield was able to take the space, but Saki and Huey just walk in and kill 2. It just seems like this is impossible for the Double Shield to be able to win this here. They're forced to walk into
them out. The beat following as well, and yeah, that will be that. Lijiang Legion not able to take a single point here. USF responding, you said, you know what, we let you have that map, you know, because the whole Lijiang thing, we get it. We don't want to disappoint the fans, but now it's our time to win.
Yeah, but we're talking about Rialto here.
True.
Rialto is like one of the maps with the most amount of first holds. This is not over yet, and since USF did pick the Double Shield and like to play the Double Shield, most likely, they are going to be in heavy advantage on, defense over offense here. But then they pick this. And I don't know if they're trying to do some tomfoolery or anything. I am not sure how to take in USF's comp.
I mean, I'm here for it, and getting a little crazy here in the spawn.
Are we going to see pirate ship? That could be fun.
I'm here for it if that's the case, but
I would
unfortunately,
love...
does not look like that's going to be happening.
But, what is it? Lijiang is opting out of playing double shield on defense, but they're playing it on offense? That's a little wonky in my head.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The match is starting.
Yeah.
These two corners are some of the hardest places to pass, especially when two Ryans are on the field. You basically just play there for ultimates. Both teams are engaging on each other at blue corner. The wall onto Sky, but it doesn't quite connect with the wall. He's able to get out. That's a huge cooldown missed, and that's part of the reason why you play Mei. Massive flashbang onto 4 of them, and the immo's being used by the USF. And back to playing neutral. They're going for the rotate through the little room, see if they get advantage. Commander Huey going hard against the wall. Massive shatter from Sky, connecting with 3. Just able to clean up the fight. Those are what you want your tanks to do. Just not die until you get your ultimate, hit it, and then you can die.
Now you have my permission to die.
Exactly.
Sky with the big Q there, able to help Lijiang at least pull his first defense out, but on the offense now, Sky has to be wary that Dirk's going to have their shatter, and then also a couple other ultimates for USF coming up online as well.
Yeah, this is going to either be a massive fight or an early just one pick get out kind of thing.
Oh,
and a window to kill 2 immediately. If they don't die quick, there is no chance that they're able to touch this. And Fives and the rest of the team is opting to stall here. I don't think they're going to be able to get a contest before, now that they're stalling this hard. Except if Fives just 1v6s, okay.
Interesting choice to use the beat there. You argue that maybe you could have used that, but you're going to try maybe for the combo here. That, standing in the dragon can be hazardous for your health.
But Argo coming in clutch with the flame. The high noon. And it's just honestly incredible high noon for Argo just to be able to flip the map. Without that high noon, that was hard lost for Lijiang.
Yeah, never mind, about the beat going too soon, if you're just able to win it with your DPS ultimates. However, a couple of big CC ultimates from USF going to be able to use that freeze, that blizzard, and also the shatter. Quickly moving on here.
But Five's getting hit with the shatter and the freeze coming in. The freeze connecting on 3. I don't know if they're going to be able to come back from that unless Potato Lord. Come on, Potato Lord. You got this. Oh.
Nope, not quite.
Oh.
Valiant effort, but USF Gold is going to tie this up at 1 apiece. No fuller hold today.
Yeah. It was closer than we were expecting, though. Like, based on the, defense of USF, you were expecting, like, just a hard roll, but they were able to get, like, 2 or 3 fights in there before they came back out. And won it all. Yeah.
So once again, a fairly close affair there, as things are now evened up at 1 apiece. So that means we will get to see, I believe, Oasis, as now we require more than 3 maps. Yes, Oasis is correct. But our next map is going to be Blizzard World.
Oh, Blizzard World. This, honestly, based on how both teams are playing, it's been very one-sided both ways in a lot of different styles. On different maps, I'm intrigued on what they're going to play on Blizzard World. What do you think that the comp of choice would be picked for both of these teams?
Oh, You know, I saw a little bit of a Rush the other day, and I'm going to stick with that. And, why not? I feel like it's the ultimate aggressor's composition, and I feel like both of these teams, when they know they have those advantages, really execute very well. And so, especially,
Rush?
yeah,
In this
why not?
economy?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
I'm hoping to see a comp we haven't seen yet. I want to see some like dive. I want to see some Winston's play. I want to see some balls. Like, oh, that sounds okay. I mean, wrecking. I want to see.
You walked into
I want
that
to
one.
see. I'm coming back from that. I want to see some wrecking balls. I want to see some Hammonds out here to be able to just show off the tech that character has. And I don't get my wish.
Well, I mean, they're still in spawn, right?
Nah.
Well, though on the defense, though.
Can't blame them. Dive is a hard comp to play, and nobody wants to play it.
It's not like the glory days. Can't run dive all the time, unfortunately. Always used to like watching this map, especially like early days. NYXL they would just like cycle their tank second point and stall out ridiculously long.
Yeah,
those were good times.
And then when the Dallas Fuel played this comp with the dive, it was just seemed like an absolute masterclass. Let's see if either of these teams can replicate. If they can replicate it, they shouldn't be in our league. But can't wait to see some good Overwatch play. So the first night is about to start. Sky getting walled off, see if they're able to capitalize on it. That's a deep wall. Argo's in deep. The Imma wasn't out in time, but so much damage for Dirk, and it's just easy. That's all you need to do. Sometimes all you need to do is press W and just win.
Yeah, Bebop there with a really good denial of Argo's flashbang. When Dirk and the rest of the company were a little bit weak, trying to, or I should say vulnerable, as they were pushing forward, able to prevent that stun from potentially wrecking their plan.
Somebody clock the speedrun timer. I think we got one right about here. That it was an incredibly fast point one take. It's going to be incredibly hard for what is it? USF to be able. Sky getting isolated. But pitting back in, and it's just honestly masterclass. I think that was a miscommunication because it seemed like Sky went to wrap around back to their spawn to pressure Cart, and nobody went with him.
And now the rest of the team is paying the price. There's Lijiang on the back foot here. USF just steamrolling so far.
Yeah. Honestly, this just seems like a really good play. They have the high ground early, and second point here is really hard. Like, whatever team gets the high ground early just usually wins second point. It's incredibly hard to take it back. But we're going to see a Q-Fast Bebop with the 2K and just able to roll. This just seems like a steamroll right now. Put on your construction hats, because this is going to be a rough one for the side of USF.
Great! You're chasing all the way.
No, it's the other way around. They switch sides.
Yeah, they switch sides.
What is it? It's rough for Lijiang, great for USF.
Yeah,
the window coming in, I don't think you guys going to be able to. Yeah. The shatter coming in, connecting with 3. This is the Bob just to be able to collect some kind of space to be able to stop this onslaught. 5's just going to Cart. And I don't know how, what is it? Lijiang is going to be able to stop this roll of the USF gold. This is...
Ooh, no, losing Sky's going to hurt.
Losing Sky is really going to hurt. Is this 1949? Is this the gold rush? Let's go. Just Shadow losing his mech super early into the fight. The double window. But a great shatter from Sky to be able to connect with 2. The bomb comes in, being able to zone point. But the Ryan's isolated. Bebop trying to get the squish kill. Just unsuccessful, and USF has to fall back.
Finally.
See if Jin can even get out.
with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Oh, looks like.
Oh, yeah, it got you.
Yeah.
Rush coming in. What is it? Gold is coming in here with a lot of ultimates too. See if this dragon's able to isolate too. Sky is in a really rough spot. Fives is also just a great isolation dragon. The Bob's able to do it at the stall point, but they're opting to use a beat just to be able to push harder. Like, why use your ultimate to save your team when you can just use it to push harder?
Don't need to save your team if the other team's dead.
Oh my lord! Dirk is just putting on a clinic when it comes to the shatters. He's connected with, like, at least 2 every single shatter this map.
You gotta feel bad for Sky playing the respawn game, unfortunately. Coming right
but
out.
Five's living way longer than he probably should every single time. Do you think that, what is it, Lijiang has it in the tank to be able to come back from that just incredible push from USF Gold?
I don't know, man. That was just pedal to the metal all the time. That was an abrasive push, to say the least. Lijiang might have a different word for that, but USF just continuously... it just looked like they knew exactly what they wanted to do in every single fight. It didn't matter whether Lijiang had resources to stop them or not. They just executed their alt combos just a lot more quickly. And were able to get positional advantage, especially on second point when they're able to take high ground. Just really good stuff, allowing them to get a really good time bank.
USF is really good at understanding their win cons. Even when they're in disadvantage in a fight, the other team uses an ultimate first. They're able to get back, regroup, establish themselves, and then push back in with more ultimates since they're all doing insane amounts of damage. And it's just a great Blizzard World push. There's nothing else to say about it.
5, 4.
Looks like Argo gonna be going for a Widow.
1.
Argo Widow, also the Orisa for the side of USF Gold, maybe to slow down the Rhine push. If I believe they're trying to predict the Rhine push here and play the Orisa to slow him down, like Holt behind him, get some good like Holt fire strikes. They're trying to play the slow game here to slow down, what is it, Lijiang from taking a lot of space. A great wall. Five's getting caught out again. Immo has to use the Potato, just diving into the backline. Being able to find one, but that's the best pick. Argo just getting 3 shots right now because of the amount of space that Sky and Shadow are about to make. And it's just... What is this? Does it...
No defense for you. No defense.
I don't think either team is like, first point, we don't need it. They're like, we want to fight the other points because it's prettier, you know? Like, first point is all World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, and then StarCraft comes in on point, too. Everybody's like, StarCraft's a way cooler game.
Also got the Widow 1v1 here. Saki joining
Saki versus
Argo.
Argo. But the speed at which Lijiang can play because they have the Doomfist. Argo just being able to find Jin, easy fight. Without your reflex support, it's just hard to win. But it seems like Lijiang is still trying. Or, whoops. I mean... Oh, Potato is just going in, getting one pick, and sacrificing his life.
That was big, though, because Argo now has pretty much free reign of the map for now until Saki can get back. It's always, like, as a Widow, you're just spending most of your time looking for the other Widow, but as soon as that Widow dies, it is just open season.
I honestly think, yeah, there it is. Dirk just showing the masterclass Rhine mastery that he's put in. Argo just putting Saki in his place, though. Argo's just putting in the shot, but Kinto he goes like, I don't care about my team. I'm gonna run and get the Widow. Some, like, Reddit Lucio. And it's just... it was a great shadow from Dirk, but the beat came in, and it's just... I think that's just second point. I don't think there's any touch from USF.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to make it. And yeah, looks like Dirk understands that, so I'm going to back off here, though going in a little bit deep here. Potato Lord, Sky following up, and ooh, dropping a little low there, but we'll be able to make it down just fine.
Yeah, that push was like, I don't think that was a successful use of a, but Argo just put in, I believe this is what they call in ranked as a Widow diff, but I don't want to say anything too early. Saki switched to the Tracer, yeah. It's been a hard knock life. Let's see if, what is it, USF can have a better defense this time around. The Kree getting the, just being able to find the Rhine there of all people is insane. That's going to knock at least 20 to 30 seconds off their time bank.
Yeah, that's just a fight win right there. No way to say it other than that. Ooh, Potato Lord getting a little frisky here with Ginto.
Potato Lord, Potato Lord is just having its own battles. It's going to be hard to play that Doomfist at this point, but the beat comes in. They're going to try and retake space. And Dirk just being able to, what is it, fall back, and he just went the wrong way of the rest of his team. But Argo being able to find the Tracer, that's a huge pick.
At what point do you think Argo gets into Saki's head?
I think he already is. After he switched off of Widow to Tracer, like, I have to deal with this Widow. And next it's gonna be like, I don't think, maybe Sombra for the next pick? I don't know. But honestly, the Argo Widow pick has just been the best pick so far. I haven't seen...
Oh no.
No. Yeah, honestly, Argo's Widow, like, this has been the comp that they have been doing the best on, so I don't suggest that they switch.
Oh, gets interrupted. Oh no.
In the shadow on the Bebop. Argo finding Saki again!
Wow.
Okay. That was just an excellent performance from Argo and the rest of Lijiang. We thought that this was going to be a hard roll after that attack. It just turns out neither team knows how to defend very well.
I mean, as they say, offense is the best defense, right?
Yeah, but that would require their defense to be bad since their offense to be bad since they didn't really have a good defense.
Well, a fairly close time here, only a 20-second difference, so not a huge amount, but you know, especially on these you know, payload maps. Well, if you can get the payload, once you get it rolling in overtime, anything can happen. So it'll be interesting, if I could speak. Just like these teams can't play defense, I can't speak either. It's just not allowed.
It's almost like it's our jobs to speak. It's their jobs to defense. It's okay. We don't need to do them.
Right? Yeah. Nah. But it'll be interesting to see if the success on offense will be able to be replicated, or if both teams will be able to adjust.
I think either Saki needs to like go, hey, let the tanks be able to do the Widow, because he's just not able to put in the correct amount of pressure on Argo, and Argo's hitting some ridiculous shots.
Yeah, Argo definitely popping off right now.
Saki's switching to the Hanzo to be able to deal with it, and the double shield. It makes it a lot harder for Widow to hit shots if there's two shields.
Let's see if Argo can take some off angles here. Yep, looking right there. Hiding.
Oh, the double shield into the rush. Let's see which one wins. It's going to be super hard for the rush team to be able to take space against this comp, especially with the Widow, unless he does that. Unless he does that.
All it takes is 1 second.
Yeah, but Potato Lord creating space, and Argo gets Jin. And then he gets Orisa. Is he gonna... One more! Hit one more! Break the shield! Hit it! Let him get the 6K. No one else shoot anything.
one-man wrecking crew right now.
You know what I suggested earlier? Like the dive? Imagine if they were playing like a ball chaser into the Widow. I think it would do them justice.
Absolutely. Definitely do some disruption. But hard to disrupt when you're just constantly on the back foot.
Potato Lord is getting insane value out of his engages too. Maybe in Overwatch 2, Potato Lord will be a great tank. But what is it? They're good.
Oh, he gets the revenge. Saki finds Argo.
This is a redemption story. Saki's coming in clutch right about now to be able to put in the damage that he needs to be done. Showing the team why he's CBS.
B coming out there from fives. Shatter also from
absolutely squishing Bebop. The ultimates have to be committed here. There's only 2 seconds remaining. Bob's committed. Saki's able to find Potato Lord. Only fives and Shadow Thief left on point. Argo's pushing the high ground to be able to do something, and he doesn't have enough time. He's going to try and wrap around, get one more. Argo shows up, gets bashed. I don't think he's able to do anything. Sky's the only one alive. No ults being... It's just against a window, a brig, a flux. What are you going to do, Ezra? Other than just, see you later.
Cry in the respawn room. It's pretty much all you can do.
4 to 3. Switching sides.
It's crazy how people are... It's like, without the main tank, you just lose. But then the main tank's only job is to stand in front and die.
Well, not a horrible push. Definitely giving themselves some space to be able to defend here. But well, now they got to do that. They got to defend. And given how...
It's no longer drawable.
Yeah.
And for Lijiang, that's pretty good. For USF, it's kind of scary.
Well, I mean, you know, depending on how well the attack goes. I mean, if they just roll like they did last time, it's they're laughing at that push right now.
But Argo here has been showing us just how much a Widow can just impact a fight. And if they don't figure out how to do this, because like a Widow on defense is way more intimidating than a Widow on offense.
You think? I always thought.
Yeah,
felt
she's
like
already she gets the angles before the fight even starts. She doesn't have to wait for her tanks to make space to be even able to find the angles. She just gets it default.
Fair enough, though. I feel like the best Widows can always make their own space, especially when you ran into the double shield like Argo did last time.
Exactly. So I'm saying Widow tank Overwatch 2. Anyway, what is it? Sky getting walled off super early, still able to win. He was able to survive the wall without getting emote, and then that Dirk just walks. But Argo being able to find the Mei might spark a recontest by the Diva, but Potato finding Jin. This is totally winnable for the side of USF. USF still has a chance. Argo's trying his best to be able to do anything he can. But Lijiang is actually coming back to win that.
Wow. Looking from the perspective there of Litcat, just incredible. Did not use the Immortality Field when it came up and somehow able to survive with just some crazy hops. Wow.
You know, that's the kind of level.
60 seconds remaining.
Absolutely here as USF Gold's going to push, and we'll have a window there. And ooh, Saki able to find Litcat, and once again, Lijiang early on not able to, you know, get the first picks, and this time I think they're going to lose the point.
Object 30 seconds remaining.
Also, I think I might have lost my casting partner here. Alex, where have you gone? It's alright, I shall carry on in their stead. So 16 seconds left, a bit of an overtime push, so USF Gold going to try to push early here, but oh, there's 2 kills. Now Lijiang has a massive advantage. They're going to just press onto the point right now as overtime will come out. Bomb from Bebop. Not able to find anything though. Litcat will fall, and the beat coming from Lijiang. They might be able, or rather they should be able to try to hold this out, but the Blizzard, unfortunately, coming after that beat, not able to sustain so far. But now it's a back and forth on the point. Kills in favor of USF Gold, and they will continue to roll on. Argo getting some pot shots there from afar. Bebop going to give chase. Be interesting to see if Lijiang is able to touch, as this point is payload is rapidly approaching the point. Will it be able to happen? No! Not in time. USF Gold is able to take this map, and they will go up 2-1 here in this third map. Sky with the play of the game. Let's see what goodness awaits us here. Oh, just it's always just chef's kiss whenever you're able to just swing through and get a bunches of kills as a Rhine when your team has softened them up. Definitely. Oh yeah, looks like I did lose my partner there. Well, looks like we're once again stuck with the torture that is. The torture that is me solo casting, so we'll see. And also, I see somebody noting my my wide picture. Nobody was prepared for wide RAL. Okay, nobody was ready for it, but now you've seen it. Do with it. Do with it what you want. But wide RAL is here to stay. Just like Smooth Ringo in the Beatles documentary by Peter Jackson, Get Back. Nobody was prepared for Smooth Ringo, but we got Smooth Ringo. So yeah. So Oasis is our next map here. Lijiang Legion, USF Gold. You might be wondering, where are the 2CP maps? And the answer is we've deleted them in anticipation of Overwatch 2, or just out of hatred of 2CP. Take your pick. We removed them from the game. They no longer exist. You haven't played them recently. Totally not there anymore. They're gone. Forget about them. It's no big deal. But yeah, so Lijiang Legion looks like you're gonna have to pull from the very depths. They've had some really good offensive opportunities, and it really looked like, you know, they were going to pull off the defense there. They got a couple of early picks and were able to storm the point, but ultimately, when the fight got to the point, there's some timely ultimates from USF Gold. The Diva Bomb was able to force Litcat to use the Immortality Field, and then that rendered Litcat being low, and then Litcat died, and so the healing ran out. I mean, obviously you still have like kind of the Lucio, but really doesn't help a whole lot with these spammy rush compositions. And so USF Gold was able to just slowly claw their way back in, and Lijiang was not able to get a final contest there, as Sky was unable to get to the point. So just overall some really good stuff, but Lijiang is one map away from dropping to 0-2. So definitely you don't want that to be happening. You want to start off the week, you know, obviously you couldn't start it off strong, the tournament strong as you wanted to, but hey, you know, there's always room for redemption. I just gotta kind of channel that Lijiang magic. And, you know, as we're coming up to a control point here, some of these, you know, brawlier fights coming around, and we'll see if they're able to press their advantage here on Oasis. And so once again, this is the Division 1 matchup here between Lijiang Legion and USF Gold. USF Gold has not played a game yet. So this is their very first game. It's their first experience here with Encore Overwatch, and we're very excited to have them and looking to capture their first win. But as I say that, it looks like we are getting into Oasis.
Initiating match.
Initiating match. Here we are. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. As always, these maps are just incredible. We'll be able to see what both of these sides are to come out with. Potentially you're going to see more rush and try to maybe take high ground there on the middle of the point. And
Ready for battle.
I stand corrected. This is why I am a gold player, folks. So far, it looks like... I'm not sure if this hog's going to stick or not, but... oh, nope, it didn't. Unfortunate. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So it looks like with that high ground, we're going to opt for the dive. Saw a little bit of dive on Lijiang.
3, 2, 1.
And now we get to see it in full.
Capture the objective.
Looks like the difference is going to be a Reaper on the side of USF, whereas Lijiang going to go with the Doomfist. Early high ground advantage here from USF Gold, understanding that they just want to be able to drop down onto the point. However, Lijiang will have the point presence, but it looks like initiating here. Oh, early on, Shadow Thief booted out of that mech. Great focus. And another pick coming through. USF Gold seems to be in a very advantageous position early on, as now the W keys are coming out from the team from USF Gold, and they are able to take it. And this point is notoriously hard for taking back, so I'd be very, very unsurprised if we ended up seeing this go 99 to 99. So once again, gonna set back up on this high ground, and it's always nice with the dive. When you get down, or sorry, when you say you get up on this high ground, you're able to just kind of float on down without using any of your abilities. Meanwhile, you get to kind of spam out Lijiang here as they're attacking, and ooh, this guy getting a little bit of an in-person meeting here from Commander Hui, and Commander Hui tearing through too. Oh no! Oh, Lijiang Legion, afraid of the stairwells they shall be, as Commander Hui just decimates them. And oh no, the D.Va stagger, Shadow Thief. Oh, that's rough, and already all the way up to about 50%. Argo trying to get the last of this ultimate charge. USF Gold right now has a clear advantage, so you wonder, Lijiang just gonna try to use this one last fight, or one more fight I should say, to try to build up some ultimates and then draw some of these out of USF Gold. And it looks like they're going to do that right now. Commander Hui going out. Will get two. Looking for more, and the rest of the squad's going to come through. Litcat will pop the Coalescence, and oh no. Shadow Thief, not again. Unable to survive. And now USF Gold will go back, and now it is one last fight, and so those are probably two of the biggest ultimates you wanted to use there. So now it's up to Argo to find Kinto, and be able to render that Lucio beat inoperable, which will really help them win this fight. Though Argo looks like they've been hacked up. Bomb coming out. And a 2 from Bebop, the unfortunate use there from Argo, unable to really make effective use of that EMP. So now all the rest of the ultimates are coming out, but USF Gold is looking to be holding very strong right now. And what a great find, though, from Saki onto Argo, getting a little bit of revenge for the last map, able to kind of deny that proper combination and usage of their ultimates, so kind of holding on to that very long. Now, USF Gold inching just a little bit closer to winning the match, 3-1. It's always fantastic as we some more high ground here as we're not heading to University, though I'd like to see a little University. So hopefully, Lijiang Legion able to pull this out and give us some more Overwatch, some bonus Overwatch, as they say. But yeah, it's always great to see like some of those micro plays that can cause such like chaos. And Argo was really it looks like actually Potato Lord and Argo have switched up. So now Potato Lord will be running the Sombra as opposed to Argo. Yeah, an early battle for the high ground here. You're gonna see it once. You'll see it a bunch of times. So use this jump pad, and Lijiang Legion will establish the dominance up here. And ooh, Argo finding Commander Hui, and now the rest of the squad is gonna come on to USF Gold. As I need to watch my phrasing, and they're gonna push him back, and that is going to be a point capture potentially. And yes, I should say, as they aggressed onto USF Gold, as soon as Commander Hui was taken out of the equation, it's so much damage that the Winston no longer has to worry about. Jin with the Coalescence. Argo trying to respond with the Cassidy High Noon. Will not find anything, and so we're going to just continue both sides. Supports keeping both of these squads up. The tanks taking, holding the space. And now the fights have kind of swapped or flipped into two different places. Beat coming out from 5s, and that's going to be huge. Looks like Potato Lord does have that EMP available to them, and oh no, Commander Hui going for the reset there. always so hurtful to see that happen. Just, always brutal. But USF Gold has plenty of tools here. They generally like to use Saki and Commander Hui's ultimate. Oh, Saki found out there. A little bit of tasing there from Sky. But anyway, as I was saying, Saki and Commander Hui, their combination of ultimates have been good so far. The bomb combo with Potato Lord's EMP did not work out. Trades occurring on both sides. The tank line out of commission for Lijiang Legion. But will that translate into a fight win for USF Gold? And yeah, it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen with Saki finishing up. And oh, actually, that's really big. Did not need to use the EMP. Ended up just using only a bomb in that fight. Oh, that is absolutely huge. Lijiang Legion does have some room with which to work, but they're going to have to just endure the pain for a little bit here, as Saki waiting here with this EMP. There it is. And Commander Hui, oh, will get stunned up. Argo managed to evade the EMP, but still there's a lot of damage coming through. The beat coming out to stabilize USF Gold as well. That was a great interrupt there. So looks like they're going to go for this. Argo with the Deadeye finding Kinto, and Litcat providing support with that Coalescence. They're definitely in a good position here as they find Derek the Turk. And this fight may have been turned around. What was initially looked to be a very clear advantage, and oh no, Sky gets found out. That's definitely going to be hurting on the recontest. It's going to be coming through here, unless if Sky can get back rather quickly.
Speaking of coming through, Xfinity tried to make me not be able to
back.
come to your
I'm
games,
saved.
but I am here. I am back. We're at 99 on point 2. It seems like USF is just doing the USF thing, See if, what is it? Our boys, Lijiang was able to come back on this fight that they were obviously down on.
Well, that is a big pick if they're able to get Commander Hui. As I was about to say, the combination coming out between Saki and Commander Hui. Argo finding
Argo on that hit scan roll is just impossible to beat. Clutching up at the last moment, hitting those shots, hitting what he needs to do, and he just comes out swinging every single match. I didn't get to see the end of the last one, but I'm pretty sure he did pretty well.
Well,
I could just go off of what I saw last time.
I'm just speaking things into existence. I wanted to see University here, and so Lijiang did me a favor and they won. Though in that first, to recap for you, first round of this map was a little bit of a roll. USF did pretty good on that first map round, but now it's anybody's game, as it looks like we're going from...
And Lijiang has been showing that they are pretty good with the Reinhardt.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we get my dream!
It's happening.
The
Bebop, you're on
ball
the
is
ball.
coming!
So,
Okay, I tried to crash again.
it's like, I wonder if someone's about
He
to
really wanted me to not see the ball play from Bebop. I'm incredibly pleased. But Jin being able to find Argo incredibly early in the fight is super impactful. That's over 90% of damage. Bebop finding the Potato Lord, and they're just going to be forced into this corner. Sky loses his shield, and it's just a roll from there, honestly. Great shots from Jin. I think it was a 5 volley.
Yeah,
Unless Argo could do some crazy. Just by himself, he got this.
Bebop feeding a little bit of ult charge there. It'll be all right. They'll be back to feed a little more later. But yeah, Argo, I'm not sure what they were doing. They were just kind of chilling, and Jin was able to continue poking them down. And, ooh, Echo moment. Oh, Commander Hui just able to barely get out of Argo's reach.
Shadow. Oh, Derek is in a really rough spot. Let's see if he's able to survive. And he just doesn't. The Brawl just out-brawled the poke. Ironically. Argo being able to find the Tracer is just a huge pick because there's going to have no things. But Jin thinks they can flip this. They're going back in with the trans.
Wonder if Bebop's going to use the mines here, and we'll do just that.
And it forces the beat out, which means a free copy. Go get a copy the Rhine, just being able to just swing on them for free. But the support for the side of Lijiang is just in a really rough spot. But honestly, both supports were in kind of rough spots. But now, what is it? USF actually has an extra support. We're good. They just gained one. Copying the map.
Unfortunately, it didn't translate into the fight win.
A massive ultimate dump for the side of USF, and it just came to no avail. They used copy, they used trans, the rally's coming up soon, but that's about, and pulse, but that's about it. And this fight is actually in heavy advantage. Solo shattering the ball, but Sky gets blown up. Just absolutely obliterated. That's what main tanks get for trying to think that their character has value. But the trans coming up for Jin. Jin has been building trans up so quickly. He's been outputting so much damage. But Litcat is also doing so much healing at Jinto. They're just rolling Potato Lord. See if they're able to win this. The Lucio's in the middle of the fight. Fives and Sky, they're just... Honestly, they've done it before. They're just going in. In is the only option. They haven't heard of the hit chain in and out. They've only heard of in.
Well, they will get it to 99 though, so one fight territory.
USF has to hold this, and if they don't, it's over. It's series over. It has to happen. And honestly, the comp that they're playing is going to be incredibly hard for the Brawl to just, if they don't rotate them quick enough. But the high noon from the flank, getting Commander Huey, Argo finding Saki, Sky just, okay. You know, I put too much theory into this, saying that their comp should be able to beat it, and it just doesn't.
On paper is definitely always different than in practice, though. Looks like Bebop going to be able to stall this out for quite a considerable amount of time. So now it's going to be up to the focus of Lijiang Legion to be able to keep their dreams of winning this match alive and finishing this point off.
Bebop had to sacrifice his life for the touch. The Shatter comes in on the break, but you're able to get Sky and the trans out. This is entirely winnable now. Saki is able to find Potato Lord. The Lucio's low. Diva's out of mech. Diva's back in mech. But this is entirely winnable for the side of USF, and it has to be, or else their series is over. But Argo's coming in, the beat comes in, the bomb comes in, just wipes out the ball is 1 HP. Argo's still alive in mini room, just being able to do anything he wants. There's zero pressure on him. Sky and Shadow Thief are just able to hold the entire map by themselves, and that's a series for you.
I believe, actually, I think that might be a tie. I think we're at a tie now. Now 2-2.
Oh, yeah, 2-2. Whoops.
2-2. Sorry, I'm not sure. I can't remember when you, I think you clipped out at the, was it at the end of Blizzard World?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, USF was able to hold on for that one, so now it is a 2-2 map here, or match, I should say. And so we get to go the distance as our next
going all the way to 5.
Yeah, we're going the distance. We're going for speed, and we will be going to Junkertown to finish this off. Any thoughts about that?
Junkertown, the map where you could play the Bastion. I want to see a Bastion.
I mean, Saki's got that, that Bastion icon. I think
yeah,
we
you could see a Bastion. Too bad if they do pick the Bastion. Basically throwing, unfortunately.
But
I
they
wouldn't
would be
want to
throwing
see
with style, you know?
Yeah, at least go out with style. But what is the real answer here? Like, what is we gonna see? You think we're gonna see the Rhine here? Because I honestly think Junkertown's one of Rhine's weakest maps, and we've been seeing a lot of it here.
Yeah. Speaking of hardware issues and things like that, issues of the technological variety. Looks like player of USF Gold his computer crashed, so. Going to sit in the lobby a little bit more, but
oh no, it was Dirk.
Dirk must have heard they can't play Ryan, and so
Yeah, Dirk's like, up, can't play Ryan, I'm out,
I'm
and
done.
then just dips. But
yeah, especially on this first point is
this first point and second point. Second point's also really hard, and also third. That's why I think it's just not a great map because there's too much there's hard high ground control that you have to go through, and there's just so many chokes he has to go through against double shield or even dive, and it's just going to be rough for the Rhine.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what the DPS lineups look like. It always seems to, at least historically, have been a sniper favored map where you kind of obviously you have a little bit of a 2 stages where you got nice sight lines, and there's always about pressure depending on coast or by stable or whatever it's called. I can't remember exactly, but just being able to have all of those sight lines can make it very hard for teams to be able to deal with snipers unless if you have your own.
Also, USF has actually Lijiang has shown that the Widowmaker of Argo could be insanely deadly. So, and Junkertown is an insane Widow map. So, and if USF can figure out a way to counter Argo's Widow, if they can't, it's just, I think it's a GG early.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if Argo is still feeling the Widow aim, or if they cooled down a little bit. Though, based upon how much they were popping off in that one, it could still be nice and warmed up here for this final round. And okay, there we go. We got another one.
Another one bites the dust. Oh, wait, that's copyright. Another one bites the rust.
Yeah,
rust. Bust. I said something else. I didn't say that one. Oh no, DMCA.
Ah.
Because I sound exactly like Freddie Mercury, so
absolutely.
it's hard. It's hard for them to not watch me.
So if any of you at home are feeling like having a computer issue, now's the time because we've got all of them.
Give me a second. It happens when it's important.
I mean, that's really the only acceptable time for it to happen, right? That's
Yeah, my whole power went out for like a split second.
oof.
So it was quite good. I was like, what just happened? And then my Wi-Fi took like 15 minutes to restart.
Ugh. Tragic times, but listen, that just means more time for wide REL to be displayed on your screen.
I'm just looking at you like, what happened?
Listen, I did that to myself.
What did they do to my man?
That is definitely my fault, but hey, I'll take it.
That is a Peepo wide right there.
And I thought we were getting in the game, but apparently not.
I heard the noise.
We were doing the thing. The thing was being done, but apparently...
it canceled?
Apparently no lobby for us.
How did that work? I heard the noise.
But
So
what are you expecting to see here from both of these sides?
I think that both teams have shown honestly a reluctancy. Like, I don't want to play the dive. Like, they don't want to do the jump in, get the kill kind of thing. Because, like, who does that anymore? Who does that, right?
Did play a little bit of dive on the last map, though. You did miss that.
Yeah,
So.
that was more poke dive, though. They're playing the
That's
SIG. I was expecting, like, the full dive. I want to see, like, the double bubble. I want to see the Winston Diva with, like, the Ana or the Mercy kind of thing. I want the hard int. But we haven't really seen that, like, this match, really. Both teams have been reluctant to playing Ryan, and honestly, I think Ryan's in a really bad spot right now in the game. I'm surprised at how much Ryan we've been seeing.
And sometimes I guess it's just a comfort thing, you know. If you're just not feeling up to, you know, the rest of the heroes, it isn't gonna, you know, fare too well. But that's also what you've got scrims for.
Also, you could obviously tell I'm a Rhine player based on my picture. You could just tell that I'm a Rhine player. I'm saying this with a heavy heart that Rhine is not the greatest right now. I still like cry myself to sleep while playing Reinhardt and Quick Play, listening to music very loudly, metal, and then just pinning into the back. Just trying to reminisce on when Reinhardt was the GOAT.
Seems like those days of yore for sure.
Yeah.
But, hey, maybe with Overwatch 2, you'll get a little bit of reprieve. 2 fire strikes.
I could go-kart with Reinhardt. It seems like a lot of fun. Canceling it could add a lot of meta play to the Reinhardt play. Imagine just like pinning and then canceling and then being able to hit the shatter because he goes for the counter pin. There's a lot of ridiculous stuff. There's a lot. The head game is going to get. The Ryan players are going to have to move out like some of the press shift on command out of their brain to actually put like real brain cells in there.
The head games between Ryans are just gonna be that much more interesting. Obviously, it's
the
still
whole
gonna
tanking.
Yeah, with just losing tank. Just losing.
Did you hear about the Orisa changes? They're kind of ridiculous.
Oh no, what's going on with the Orisa?
She loses. She basically, over her original kit, she only is. This is just rumors. There's an article posted of she only is keeping her fortify. The rest of her kit's getting completely changed, and her gun.
Very.
What is it? She gets a javelin that can throw. You throw it at someone, and there's like a little bit of a like back throw, like when you get hit by a javelin. And you could get stuck to a wall. Like, you could pincer them and stick them to a wall. And then she does, like, anime, like, style stuff. Like, she gets, like, her own defense matrix. And she spins the javelin on the palm of her hand and walks forward, destroying all the bullets.
Interesting.
And then her new ultimate is she turns herself into a massive graviton, basically. Like, she becomes a Hulk, pulls everybody in, and then it does damage over time. But, like, she's still the middle of it. Like, she could still move while using that ultimate.
Just, yeet yourself off a cliff.
That's what I was saying. Just whoop, and then jump off the cliff. Easy. That's
Whole
an
new,
easy play.
take that, Lucio, with your environmental kills.
Orisa, it's the new Lucio, question mark?
So I am the environmental kill. Looks like we're still recovering from some issues here. So hopefully we'll be able to get back in into the game soon. Just it's just building up suspense. That's all it's doing, right?
This is just like the rising to the climax, right before the end of the game. All those film students out there, I know you're there. You know what a rise before the climax is, you know?
Yeah, those oh, looks like oh, whoa. Why? What's going on?
Well, Boz has now become the leader.
What is going on?
I think Xfinity didn't only not want me to be. Did Andy kick himself?
I think we're restarting the lobby. So stand tight. Stand by. We'll remake the lobby here, and once we get back in, we'll come back at you live with more Overwatch action. 2-2 right now. USF Gold, Lijiang Legion. Just a very, very tight match so far. Both of these squads have been looking really, really good. So hopefully we get back in here soonish. But yeah, so give us a couple minutes and we will be right back. All right, I think we're back. I think we're ready and able, mayhaps. T-minus 2 minutes, maybe.
Don't jinx it.
We might have to go to another break.
It's your turn to crash.
Oh no!
You want to
goodbye
rock,
screen.
paper, scissors, whoever crash first? 1, 2, 3, paper. Ah!
Oh, okay. Apparently we're still having issues. Maybe I brought us back to, maybe I brought us back too soon.
We could do some conversational topics.
Yeah, let's talk about the
probably-
tournament, huh?
Yeah.
So, once again, just to recap for those of you who don't know what's going on here or why you find yourself being yacked at by two smashing young men in the Overwatch scene. This
had a red
is the red bow tie at that.
Oh, yeah.
Very fancy. So this is Encore Overwatch, our first league. We've had 2 tournaments before, and so now this is our first venturing into a league. We have 4 weeks of regular season where each team will play 2 matches, and okay, never mind. we're finally getting born. I tried. And
That's all that really matters.
Wait a minute.
We are on Junkertown, not
This is
Oasis.
this is not right.
This is we could just all blame it on Andy. That's fine.
We're trying. Listen, we're trying here.
We're doing our best. But if you wanted to blame someone, blame Andy.
Initiating.
Yes. All right. I think we're here. I think we're ready. The takeaway is we're back.
Yeah, like, we still got Overwatch to do. We're not done yet.
Map 5 of this first 3 set between USF Gold and Lijiang Legion in some Division 1 action. And so, as I was about to say, we have 2 divisions here in the league. We've got a 35 to 4,000 SR range, Division 1, and then Division 2 is any team with an average of less than 35k. And that average is calculated by the top 6 players on each team. So, no
I
saying
tried to
bad.
play in this tournament. I was obviously just too good.
Absolutely. That's why we had to recruit you as staff. We knew that if you weren't staff, you were gonna play. So we just had to take one for the team.
They were like, all the teams tried to pick me up. I got so many offers, and I was like, sorry guys, I'm a caster, and casting's my passion. So I had to drop being the professional player I wanted to be. But the double shield, we predicted it. The double shield, I know it seems like an eternity ago, but we predicted the double shield, double sniper here, because Argo's got a nutty widow.
Going up.
Let's see if the jump shot comes to any avail. It did not. Still cool to do, though. But Bebop and Saki are, like, behind in the backline.
Doing a little
And the
bit of,
tanks are just able to look at the amount of space that they're giving up. Just the defense just needs to be able to hold a lot harder space, or they're just gonna get this corner for free.
It looks like that's pretty much what's going on right now.
Bebop is on the Widow and just wasn't able to go. Oh, wow, that was, he did the ball tag and just was able to roll Potato War. And the ball is coming out with a lot of value here, just able to take out both snipers. That's as best as you can get on ball. You got both snipers.
Looks like the tank line, though, taking a bit of a beating, but with Litcat going down, this is going to be a little hard for Lijiang Legion to be able to maintain. And so as I say this, they're taking a little while to expire, but Dirk and Bebop will take care of that just fine.
Honestly, for the side of USF Gold, making that fight last as long as possible is in heavy advantage for them. Like, it doesn't matter if they kill them fast, unless they kill them all. And Bebop just able to find the Kree. Great teamwork and synergy between Bebop and Saki there, just to be able to find the isolated Kree and just burn him immediately as he was trying to get Mega. I think the double shield is going to have a really rough time. And Argo switching back to the Widow. Dandelion fighting Jin.
That's going to be a pretty big pick. So the res will be able to come through, just as I say that.
It's a relatively... But Argo.
No!
Just doing Argo things. But Saki and Bebop is just having the synergy to be able to go on the backline. It's incredibly impactful. But the Mercy! Kinto! Just getting Argo out of the... And it was just the Mercy, the bloodthirsty supports that I was talking about earlier. Ooh, that's five. That is Fives, guys. I know his name has changed.
Yes,
Or no, Kinto. That's the other support. Whoopsies.
The Fives is playing on alt account Vasily there for Lijiang Legion, but Kinto, blood hungry support.
A massive Flux Dragon, but the trans was there, and Bebop just able to find Flick Cat. Just doing ball things, rolling in. The fight is just going so evenly on both sides. I'm not 100% sure who's going to win, but Bebop and, Saki are still alive. That means that the Widow's going to have a really hard time living. And as long as Dirk can stay alive, the longer he stays alive, the more impact his team can get. As I say that, that's the caster's curse. Saki just immediately obliterating that bongo, so just almost zero value. And the Bob comes in, the mines, it's just overall just a really good play from the side of USF.
15 seconds left here. Shadow Thief. Oh, able to find Saki. And now going
Which
on
is
a 1v1.
really impactful, but 10 seconds left and Shadow's dead. There's not going to be much touch. Potato Lord coming in on the Sombra. What is it? Fives coming in on the Lucio. And it's stalling now, and the ultimates are just strongly in the favor of USF. Shadow Thief trying to hit the Flux from spawn. Huey just doing hit scan things, and it's just... I don't think there's any way that, Lijiang have a chance here.
They're certainly trying their
But
best.
the hack onto the ball.
Getting interrupted there with Jin going down as well.
This is actually now extremely winnable, but Commander's just doing Commander things. The res comes in, the pile drive,
Another
the Bob.
Bob.
Commander's just putting in so much work. Jin's on the back line. It's going to be really hard to be able to finish this off. Massive Flux from Dirk. Honestly, this could go either way, but Dirk comes in with that Flux and just rolls. But as I say that, 2 more come in. And this time, I am 100% positive this is no longer winnable for the side of Lijiang. There's just Tracer, Sombra versus both tanks and 1 DPS, and Fives desperately tries to come in. It was to no avail.
Well, if you're Lijiang, that's not how you wanted to,
0-0.
start the final map of this match. But once again, you're gonna have to try for that fuller hold.
Initiating match.
Running into the same issues as on Rialto, just not able to, get that first point.
Given your professional opinion, we've been doing this for like a year now.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think's got this? Do you think Lijiang has what it takes to do the fuller hold?
I don't think so. I think USF has some really good. Well, let me say this: if Argo pops off like mega, then they have a chance. But outside of that, I think USF can really combo ultimates really well. Seems to have some good synergy. And then also Commander Hui has been really performing on this Ashe so far this map, getting Bob quite frequently, doing so much damage.
Honestly, Hui has been grossly underrated for this whole match. He's been being consistent. He's been doing his job. I think we've been underrating him this entire match.
Absolutely. Now able to shine with the Ashe. Just the dynamite damage adds up so quickly.
Yeah. But the double shields coming out from Lijiang, this is their chance. That they've shown an ability to be really comfortable in this comp. Let's see if they're able to show us how to win with it. Just going in for the poke. Argo fell off the high ground, which is an incredible loss of damage, but it just seems like they're trying to poke, set up for some space, see if they could get much damage in, build up ults, try to take space. And it just seems like Lijiang is giving up so much. Look, they're already like halfway through the point, and that's the the rest of the game right there.
Well, we did say that, though, I think, about USF, as a little trade comes out there. But USF did end up holding there, but Saki's going to have this long angle here by Coast. Will they be able to make use of it?
Argo challenging both of the hit scans and killing one and then backing out, which is completely fair. The pile drive's coming in. Argo is is in so much danger. Discorded in the middle of their team, and it's just still able to survive. But Jin coming in with the trans could just flip this fight. If the damage gets outputted, that needs to be done. And Huey has an incredible flank right now.
Yeah, the pressure just being, radiated from this Coast, as Saki will find Litcat as now they're going to move over, but unfortunately, Lijiang is kind of pulling the rest of these kills through. It seemed like for a moment there that USF was really going to break through with the kind of pincer movement, the tanks just kind of rolling around in your Sigma, poking there underneath the bridge, and then you had an Ashe and at times a Widow there on the alternate side on Coast. Pressing.
The EMP Bongo and High Noon just to kill a ball, and Potato Lord died out of that. I think if they don't convert this into the rest of the team fight win, it's going to be an insane ultimate dump just for very little.
Oh, dirt.
The Flux, no! A lot of ultimates being used and not a lot of value coming out for, honestly, either team.
Yeah, it seems like...
But Saki switching off the Widow to the Tracer.
Yeah, catching out Shadow Thief there on the top of the bridge.
But Shadow Thief not being here for this fight is going to be incredibly dangerous for Lijiang. And Dirks gets the high ground, and now that there's the Tracer Ball combo, I think it's going to be so much easier for Bebop to secure kills and be able to do the damage with Saki being able to be by his side like before. There was no damage there. It was just the disruption. But now that there is, Commander Huey's back, the fight is there, they're able to take the corner. Pile drive's huge, breaking both shields. Bob's coming in a great spot. Shadow Thief's in a really rough spot. The High Noon comes in, the Rock Cancel is it, and then the Window comes in, the Pile Drive, the 2K Pulse Bomb, and I think it is over.
That's
it is over. Lijiang have put in the good fight, down to the 30-second mark, 20-second mark even, and it was an incredible match. Both teams did great. It's great.
Wow, that was so close. It just seemed that Lijiang was able to just somehow just continuously hold out all these ultimates, these angles. They were just getting pounded, and finally just the Pulse Bomb came through and ended up ending their hopes, ending their dreams, as USF Gold will go ahead and take the victory here. Wow. It's
their first game that's their first win of the season, and unfortunately for Lijiang, that's their second loss of the season.
Yeah, they will go down to 0-2, and
yeah, but this isn't a tournament. This is a league.
Yeah,
that does not mean that they're out. They can come back and win the tournament if they just clutch up. Not the tournament, just win the grand finals. These matches only determine your seeding and just learning about the other teams,
Yeah, though, to that point, only the top 8 teams will make it, so Lijiang definitely does want to, get some wins here. They've got a little margin for error. They've got a few more weeks, 3 more weeks of matches to, pull out. They can still go 6-2. It's all right.
6-2. They got their 2. They got their 2 out of the way. The rest of the all wins. I'm calling it. I'm putting 7 V-Bucks on the line. Hold me to it. I'm making the bet right now.
It's a
7
lot of V-Bucks there.
It's gonna go hard.
Speaking of going hard, this production team does not rest, and so tomorrow at 8 p.m. we will have yet another match coming your way. I believe it is going to be Chess Club versus USF Green, not gold, green. So we will get to see the other another squad within the USF organization. I believe that will be USF Green's first match as well.
Personally, I would like to rest, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, of course. I mean, you showed up, you paid your dues today. I think you deserve some rest.
I only crashed almost twice.
Right? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the teams evened it out, so it's all
Yeah.
right.
I couldn't have crashed when they were crashing though, and that would be too simple.
Yeah, no, it's just a bit of a bug, had to spread from from production to the players and teams, and so everybody got to experience that. But definitely a great like second match here for at least from the casting perspective. This is the second match we've streamed so far this season, and it went pretty much almost as far as it could have gone. Any thoughts from that, from this 3-2 match victory for USF Gold?
I think USF Gold has had some insane synergy and insane thing. They tend to get a little bit overzealous with a little bit of ult usage, but other than that, this is a great team. I would not be surprised if they make it deep in the rest of the league?
The Encore Overwatch League.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely did seem that that's kind of what pulled them through in the maps that they did win. Lijiang, pretty good at the controls. They took both of those. But USF has some really good synergy. You can tell that it seems like they've been doing this for a little bit with just, how you just kind of see the same plays, coming over and over. So it'll be very interesting now that, each team, going into next week will be able to have that match data. So, teams can kind of go through single certain people out. Which only just makes, makes things better. So the teams get to be able to, prep for each other. And then, as we get into the playoffs, maybe we'll get to see some wacky compositions as well to try to throw some people off.
I need to see Roadhog and Bastion at least once this game. Or in this league. But I'm not 100% sure if this is official, but the chat is asking for an MVP of this match.
MVP?
An MVP.
Oh, man, I have not prepared for this.
I think it should only go to one person, in my personal opinion. Even though they did not win the match, they were there. They were doing clutch. They crashed. Actually, it could go to two people.
Go to two people.
I will give my vote to Fives. Just able to do whatever. He was able to do everything on that Lucio, and the Mercy getting the Widow in the spawn was pretty cool. So, that's my vote.
I think that was Kinto, wasn't it? Didn't Kinto get the Mercy kill?
Was it Kinto?
I think it was Kinto.
I think both of them did.
That's very possible. I mean, listen, especially when you get into the higher elos, these supports, they're just too good.
Now the real question, Ariel, what's your pick for?
All right, well, I'm gonna pick somebody from USF Gold, and so I think I'm gonna have to go. Oh, this is very tough. Putting me on the spot like that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go with Bebop. I think Bebop did a really great job of supporting Dirk. Being a main tank is tough. Being an off tank is just about as tough because you get to watch your main tank, get absolutely grilled, and then also have to protect your supports at the same time, and also just be bopping around on the ball. I mean, I think that alone should win them the MVP. If you pick ball, you win automatically. I think that's the rule from here on out, right?
Yeah. The synergy between Bebop and Saki was really there too. It's not usual that the off tank usually switches to the ball and the main tank plays the sig. It's usually the other way around. But seeing that kind of synergy is awesome.
Yeah, harking all the way back to, even the dive days that usually you had your like Winston and your Tracer, pounding out supports. But meanwhile, Fat Genji Diva was elsewhere doing other things. But Bebop was doing everything to help their team win today, and it worked. So, yeah, USF Gold 3-2 over Lijiang Legion. Lijiang will go to 0-2. USF Gold starting off 1-0. Their next match, I believe, will happen on Wednesday. And because we have the availability and production does not rest, I believe we will be watching that on Wednesday as well. So from a schedule perspective, we've got tomorrow at 8 p.m., which is Chess Club versus USF Green. And then we've got a double header on Wednesday, 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern. At 8, we have USF Green versus Coog Esports. And then at 10 p.m., we have Coog Esports versus USF Gold. So Coog Esports is going to be subjected to the USF Gambit on Wednesday. It'll be very interesting to see how they fare there. And also just playing 2 matches in a row, especially the first one, or the second one rather, being against USF Gold. It'll be interesting to see how much they have left in the tank after facing USF Green in that 8 p.m. match. And then I think that should pretty much do it for all of our streamed matches this week. We will have some more coming your way. Week 2, round 3, starting on Friday with Squirt Squad versus Bad Besties. And then Saturday, 4/16 at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Pohang Pandas versus VCU Overwatch. So that is the currently, scheduled schedule, but always subject to change with reschedules and things like that. And I'm kind of grateful that we've had these reschedules. We've been able to see some more teams, and also been able to cast outside of the Friday, Saturday slots that we're normally in. So we still got some great Overwatch ahead of us this week. And after seeing this match, I'm just excited for more.
Who wouldn't be? That was an absolute banger.
Absolutely. So, Alex, anything else before we head off here?
All I gotta say is I'm excited. I'm excited for more Overwatch. I can't wait to come back.
And we're excited to have you back. And thank you for joining us. And we want to thank you, the audience, for joining us, for coming out here, for supporting the players, for supporting Encore Overwatch on this Sunday night. Hopefully you guys have a productive week this week if you have to trudge into work like I do tomorrow morning. But yeah, in all seriousness, thank you guys for coming out. This will be uploaded to YouTube, so if you want to rewatch the VOD and relive all of the highest highs and the lowest lows, you can do just that. But for Alex and everybody else here at Encore Overwatch, we want to thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square, either one, but preferably you be there. So we'll see you there. Goodbye.